This isn't gonna end well for you, Blake. Sorry.
Hollywood thrives on scandals, drama, and plot twists. But this time, the action isn't happening on the big screen. It's unfolding in a high-stakes courtroom battle that could end careers, cost hundreds of millions, and change the way celebrities handle legal disputes forever. The players, Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. The stakes? A mind-blowing $650 million. The drama? So intense that even Netflix executives are taking notes for a potential miniseries. On which side are you? And after months of vicious legal maneuvering, the battle has officially hit the courtroom. The first major hearing took place earlier today, lasting an exhausting 90 minutes. And let's just say, if this were a boxing match, Blake Lively's legal team would be leaving the ring with black eyes and wobbly knees.
Listen to me, Blake Lively. Tap out, call uncle right now. Please take my advice. I don't feel like I am like octagon side UFC fight and you're like, oh my gosh, is this guy's neck gonna get snapped? Please just tap out, be done with this. Ref, please call Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds out. Just call this out, because I'm telling you, they are not going to win this.
While today's hearing wasn't the final verdict, it was an absolutely brutal loss for Blake, with her lawyers leaving the courthouse looking like they just found out their client canceled their paychecks. So how did we get here? The origin story, when Hollywood alliances go up in flames. Every great legal battle starts with a messy feud, money, and some scandalous accusations. It all began when Blake Lively filed a massive $250 million lawsuit against Justin Baldoni, accusing him of financial misconduct, contract violations, professional sabotage, and allegedly being the worst person she's ever worked with, though that part's not legally binding. Justin Baldoni, however, wasn't about to take this lying down. Instead of issuing a PR-friendly statement and settling quietly like many celebrities do, he did the exact opposite. He fought back hard. He countersued Blake for a staggering $400 million. And he basically said, "Oh, you want to play dirty? Let's go." His lawsuit claims that Blake engaged in extortion, defamation, and a smear campaign to ruin his career. What started as a financial dispute quickly turned into a Hollywood war, complete with damaging leaks, viral headlines, and legal teams scrambling like interns on their first day of work. And today's courtroom showdown, it was the first major battle in what's shaping up to be the most talked about celebrity trial in years. Round 1, Justin Baldoni's lawyer comes out swinging. If Blake Lively's team thought this was going to be a calm and orderly hearing, they were sorely mistaken. Justin's attorney, Brian Fredman, is known for his aggressive courtroom style, and today he was in full attack mode. Blake's lawyers, clearly overwhelmed, requested a gag order, hoping to silence Fredman and prevent him from making any more damaging public statements. But the judge, not having it. The judge says, "Wait a minute, you're asking for a gag order while your client has been talking to the press all year? That's rich." Okay, the judge didn't actually say that, but the message was loud and clear. The ruling denied. The reason? Blake's own team had been using the media to their advantage from day one. The judge basically told them, if you can dish it out, you better be able to take it. At this point, Justin's team was already up 1-0. Round 2, Blake's lawyers are running on fumes. You know that feeling when you're losing an argument and you start grasping at straws to salvage your dignity? That's what happened next. Blake's team complained that Fredman's relentless attacks were making it impossible to keep up. Their argument? Every time we prepare a legal response, Fredman is already 5 steps ahead. Fredman's response? A smug smile and an expensive-looking suit. The judge's response? Another ruling in Justin's favor. At this point, Blake's legal team was sweating harder than a movie extra in a Marvel fight scene. The plot twist, Justin's secret website. Just when things couldn't get any worse for Blake, her lawyers discovered something shocking. Justin had secretly launched a dedicated website designed to publicly expose the truth about the case. The website, managed by legal experts and digital strategists, was set up to publish key evidence to counter Blake's claims, expose any inconsistencies in Blake's statements, break down the case for the public, ensuring Justin's side of the story was front and center.
This really reveals a new playbook. This raises questions about who else is sort of being targeted. I mean, to use their own language, they use the terms social manipulation.
Blake's team immediately freaked out and demanded that the website be shut down. Their argument? It was unfairly influencing public perception. Fredman's response? Oh, so it's okay when Blake talks to the press, but not when Justin defends himself? Interesting. The judge agreed with Fredman. Another devastating lose for Blake's side. Blake's last desperate move, the deposition dilemma. By this point, Blake's team was running out of options, so they tried one last Hail Mary. They asked for a special rule allowing Blake to choose who would question her during deposition. The reason? They were terrified of Fredman. If anyone could corner Blake into an admission or contradiction, it was him. But the judge, once again, denied. Now, Blake is facing the reality that she will have to sit in a room and be grilled by Fredman, with every single word she says being recorded, analyzed, and used in court. The biggest bombshell: the cases are now merged. Just when things couldn't escalate further, the judge dropped a game-changing ruling. Instead of two separate lawsuits, the judge ruled that both cases, Blake's $250 million claim and Justin's $400 million countersuit, would be merged into a single case. This is huge because there will now be one massive trial scheduled for March 2026. If Blake loses, she won't just lose her lawsuit. She'll owe Justin hundreds of millions. The courtroom pressure just quadrupled overnight. What's next? Blake's reputation is hanging by a thread. Blake, once seen as Hollywood's golden girl, is now facing serious backlash. Meanwhile, Justin is building his case, gathering evidence, and making sure he has everything he needs to deliver a crushing legal blow. At this point, Blake has two options. One, fight the case and risk losing everything, or two, settle before it's too late. One thing is clear, this battle isn't over, but from the way things are going, Justin Baldoni is in a much stronger position than anyone expected. And if this keeps up, Blake might just have to start preparing for the biggest loss of her career. With today's devastating courtroom losses, Blake Lively's legal team is on the ropes, while Justin Baldoni is gaining the upper hand. The judge's rulings have tilted the case in his favor, and with the trial set for March 2026, the stakes have never been higher. At this point, Blake has two choices: fight a brutal legal war or settle before it's too late. But if today's hearing was any indication, this battle is far from over, and Justin Baldoni is just getting started.